Hi everyone. So today I'm going to teach you about determiners. Now, what is a determiner? A determiner is a word that introduces a noun or provides information about the quantity of a noun. So it introduces the noun to us and also tells us how many of the noun there is. So if the noun here is dog, then it tells us one dog, many dogs, my dog, that dog, the dog. So here you can see that the determiner is one, many, my, that, and the in each case. And as you can see, the determiner word always comes before the noun, which is dog. And it also comes before any other adjectives used to describe the noun. So, for example, if there is an adjective small, big, white, red, fat, skinny, then the determiner word would come before it. So it comes before any adjective. And adjectives are words that describe the noun. So there are four types of determiners. The first type is articles. Now, articles are the most common determiners. And there are three singular articles: a, an, and the. So these are the three main types of articles. So the first type of articles is indefinite articles. And indefinite articles refer to unspecified things or quantities. So it refers to an unspecified noun, and it also doesn't tell us how much of the noun there is. So for example, a and n. Those are two examples of indefinite articles. So a dog is a good pet. I need an egg. So it doesn't tell us which dog or which egg, or how many dogs or how many eggs. It just tells us a dog and an egg. Now, then there are definite articles, and those refer to specific nouns. So that's the opposite of indefinite articles. The is a definite article. So we went to the best restaurant in town. The dog is barking too loudly. So it refers to a specific noun. So the best restaurant, not any restaurant, the best restaurant. And not just any dog, the dog. Now, the second type is quantifiers. The most common quantifiers are some, any, much, many, a lot, a few, several, enough. Now, these all tell us how many. It tells us the number, so indicate how much or how little of the noun is being discussed. So it tells us if there are many, there is a little, it tells us how many. So I saw few people in the program. So it tells us that I saw few people. Not many, just a little. So few. It tells us how many people, just a few. Jack has many friends here. So this is the opposite. It tells us that Jack has many friends, a lot of friends. There were a lot of people in the concert. So this tells us that there were a lot of people, many people. Alice had some fruits only. Mary drank a little water, so she drank a small amount of water. Now, there are three main types of quantifiers. One with countable nouns, so nouns that can be counted. Two with uncountable nouns, and three with countable and uncountable nouns. Now, the third type is demonstratives. So there are four of them: this, that, these, and those. Now, we can split demonstratives into two types as well. Now, they are used to specify the distance of something in space or time in relation to the speaker. So, let's say I have something very close to me, and I want to refer to it. Then I would use this or these. So I would use those two words. So this and these define close things. This is my pen. So if I had a pen beside me that was close to me, because I'm the speaker, if I had a pen that was close to me, or beside me, I would say, this is my pen. I'm referring to the pen that's right in front of me. These mangoes are rotting, so that's the plural version. This is for a singular noun, so pen is a singular noun. These are for plural nouns, so mangoes is a plural noun. These mangoes are rotting. So the plural version of pen would be pens. These are my pens. So give me that blue water bottle. So that and those. So if I had something that was far away from me in the distance, then I would use that or those. Now just like this, that is used for a singular noun, but for something that's far away. So give me that blue water bottle. If I had a blue water bottle that was located at the other side of the room, then I would use the word that. Give me that blue water bottle. Those are wild animals and very dangerous. So those is used for plural nouns. So animals, so the noun wild animals, it's plural. Okay, and the last type is possessives. They include my, our, its, his, her, their, theirs, yours, and whose. So these determiners, they refer to who the noun belongs to. So when referring to a noun that belongs to someone or something, so it refers to who or what the noun belongs to. You can use possessive pronouns to show ownership. So where is your car? It tells us that the car is yours. Where is your car? Which one is his house? So the house is his. So possessives show ownership. So it belongs to me, it could belong to you, it could belong to him, it could belong to her. So those are possessives. They can be pronouns as well. So him, her, they, I. Okay. So how do you know which determiner to use? So 2 important things to always remember is determiners always come first in the noun phrase. So they always come first before the noun and the adjective. Determiners are required with singular nouns. So if you have a singular noun and you want to refer to it, then you need a determiner. So to speak about a singular noun generally, use an indefinite article. Remember that the 2 indefinite articles are a or an. Remember that if you don't remember, because this is a lot of information, so we don't expect you to memorize it. So when you're doing your homework, you can come back to the lesson. So as you can see, if I go back and look at the articles, we can see that we have 2, a and an. And then next, to speak about a plural noun generally, so if you have a plural noun and you want to speak about it generally, then you don't use a determiner. Instead, so when you speak about a singular noun specifically, you use a definite article, a demonstrative pronoun, a possessive pronoun, or a quantifier. So those are your choices if you're speaking about a singular noun specifically. To speak about a plural noun specifically, so the opposite, you use a definite article, demonstrative pronoun, possessive pronoun, or quantifier. Okay, so I'm going to take up some of the homework questions with you. First we have, today we had much or enough biryani. So remember that this is a quantifier, enough. It tells us that we've had enough biryani. So it tells us the amount, we've had enough. Priyanta drew that or much painting. So remember that that refers to a specific noun. So it's not any noun, it's that painting. Not just any painting, it's that painting. So it's a specific painting. Vishesha chitra. So Priyanta drew that painting. The ebook is owned by him or her. So you can use either. Him is for a boy, her is for a girl. These are 2 pronouns and they show ownership. So these are possessives. The ebook is owned by him or her. You can use either. Could you please give me the laptop or an laptop? So this also talks about a specific laptop. The laptop. Jack came first or one in the classroom. It's first. Jack thamai classroom paliviniya. Manny is a or an obedient boy. So if you're confused as to which one to use, a or an, then you look at the first letter on the right, which is O. Now is O a vowel or a consonant? Remember that vowels are A, E, I, or U, and consonants are the rest of the letters. So O is a vowel, so we use an. If it's a consonant, then we use A. So Manny is an obedient boy. The chairman called that or some individuals to his room. So we look at this noun, individuals. So is individuals plural or singular? Well, we can see the S, so we know that it's plural. So we use some. If it was individual, then we would say that because it's a specific individual. But some because it's plural. So the chairman called some individuals to his room. Do you remember whom or whose sweater this is? So remember this, we're trying to show ownership. So who does this sweater belong to? So you would use whose. So if you're asking who this person is, then you would say, whom is this? So if you're talking on the phone and you want to know who it is, then you would say, whom is this? But here, you're showing ownership. So who does this sweater belong to? So you would use whose. Do you remember whose sweater this is? These or that box of cereals belongs to Jenna. Now, a box of cereal is singular. It's one box. So we use that box of cereals belongs to Jenna. That specific box of cereal. Is there much or any meat in the refrigerator? So this is any. So when you want to know if there's meat in the refrigerator, you would open the refrigerator and you would ask, is there any meat in the refrigerator? Can I please have a or an hot bowl of cereal? So remember that trick I told you? You look at the first letter on the right. So is it a vowel or a consonant? It's a consonant. H is a consonant, so we use a. Can I please have a hot bowl of cereal? There aren't some or any kids in the picnic area. This would be any. Jessica returned from Paris with a or an lovely memento. So we look at the first letter on the right, it's a L, which is a consonant. So we use a. Jessica returned from Paris with a lovely memento. The, that, or some novels are missing from my bag. Now, novels is plural, so we use some. Some novels are missing from my bag. Now, if it was one novel, so singular, then we would use that. That novel is missing from my bag. But instead, because it's plural, we say some novels are missing from my bag. Shreya was not able to answer many, much, or an questions. So since this is plural, so many questions, we would say Shreya was not able to answer many questions. This notebook is mine. Each, that, or some pen is yours. So here we're referring to a specific pen, not any pen, your pen. So this notebook is mine, but that pen is yours. So we're referring to a specific pen, so we would use the word that. And this is also singular, so we can't use some or each. Each, this, or these girls have completed their work. Now again, we can look at the noun. Girls is plural, so we would use these girls. These girls have completed their homework. Sinesa has not made many, much, or the improvement. Now we can define improvement as a little or a lot. So it's a quantity. So we would use a quantifier. So it would be much. Sinesa has not made much improvement. So she hasn't improved a lot. What, many, or neither answer is correct. So this is plural. So we would use neither answer is correct. And this is also not a question. We can't see a question mark. It's a statement. So we would use neither instead of what. Every, all, or either of the two kids must stand here. So either of the two kids must stand here. So we're given a choice between the two. There is all, much, or a little juice in the container. So remember, like improvement, we can define juice as there's a little or there's a lot. It's a quantity. So we'd use a quantifier. There is a little juice in the container. So there's just a little bit of juice left in the container. She has some, this, or two kids. So the number of kids, we have to say how many. So we would use a quantifier. So is it one kid, two kids, three kids? Now we can see it's kids, so it's plural. So more than one. So we would use two. She has two kids. Lamay dinnik. That little or few people go to the church now. So this is, again, we would use a quantifier. We have to describe how many people. Did two people go to the church? Did 3 people? Did many people? So we would use few people go to the church now. Megan finished her project with this or these drawing pens. Now again, we can look at the noun. Pens. Is pens plural or singular? Is it one pen or are there more than one pen? It's more than one pen. So we would use these. If it was one pen, then we would use this. Megan finished her project with these drawing pens. Alright, so thank you for listening and good luck with your homework. Bye.